Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy. I have finally finished my Bluebird of Happiness journal made from the Eleanor's Diary kit that's available through the Craft Room, if you're a member, with Shabby Art Boutique. It's a beautiful pattern, and these ideas could be used with any digital kit or anything that you want to use. Part of this I've already shared, so I'll just kind of flip through and describe some things as I go. The main layout of this journal is I used a travel journal that has stiff craft colored cardboard on the outside and then plain pages inside, off-white. And I designed it to have some of the kit elements on the first few pages, and then in the center have a small decorated journal, and then to keep the pages inside the travel journal for writing. So let me just flip through here and show you what I've done. The cover I described in the first video, and the inside front cover and this page. This has a pocket, and this has a pocket up here. All of these items that are in the pocket are a blank on the back for writing space. And what I did on my inside pages, and I'll just flip through so you can see, I nearly went crazy before I got them all done, but it's a good technique. I got a template for making lines. It was thick, and it wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted a stencil, but it worked, and I didn't want the lines to be perfect anyway. So I've done some stamping with some kind of word stamps, and this is a stencil, and then that line stencil. What I did was I put the lines on the right-hand page and left the left-hand page blank. And when you turn the page, you can see the lines through from the page before. So if you wanted to try to keep everything lined up if you write, that would be work that way. I used some elements from the kit, and also some butterfly stickers that you'll see throughout. I also inked around the edges of these pages. So I'll just flip through and let you see. I've taken some words from my word box, some music, some more words and items from the kit. This butterfly, I just used a dotted line to show it flying across. This is a stamp that I have. It says, "There are hundreds of languages, but a smile speaks them all." Over here on the first page, one of the first pages, oh, maybe it was later. Anyway, I messed up the plant of the stamp, and so then I had to put something over the top of it. But when you're working with paper, you can just do all sorts of things to fix your mistakes. Some more words. Happiness is made to share. This is a stamp that I ordered from Amazon. It's about this big, and it has just writing on it, and I just stamped it here and there. Same thing here, I just used the corner. And this is a stamp that has various different kind of French words and things on it, and I just used the corners of these. And stickers. This is an element from our kit. Stay positive, be kind, and make it happen. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. I think these little sayings and words in here kind of help to serve as maybe journal prompts or to keep us in a positive frame of mind. My happy place. Kind hearts are the gardens, kind thoughts are the roots, kind words are the flowers, and kind deeds are the fruits. This is a kind of an overall floral stencil, and I just did it on the corners. Now this is the center of the book, and this is where I have inserted my little small journal that measures 5 by 7, and this is using the pages out of our kits that come in that size, and then they're folded in half, and I printed on the back of them so they would have a pattern. I don't remember if I've showed you this page, but I love for my little birds to have notes like they're singing, and I gave him some little feet. And this is a stick pin that I made. I had ordered some pieces and parts, the little rings with the separators with the rhinestones in it. This particular stick pin has a rhinestone at the top, or a faceted piece at the top. And then I have some beads that I've taken necklaces apart. And I also ordered this little tip to go on here so that I could just pin it right to my lace. I plan to make a bunch of those, and I have I'll do a little video on those and how I do them, but I have a jewelry box, an old jewelry box that my mother gave me, that I want to fill up with those pins so that I can pick them out and use them, either make dangles out of wire or make the pins to put in the journals. This has just got 3 pockets, a pocket made out of this envelope, and these little tags. I showed how I did these in a video where I had some papers left over, and I used my Cricut for the envelope, and then I used my little this little thing to make the tags. This opens up, the flower is the closure, and it has just a little journal card inside. I love this trim. This is some my mother gave me from her Victorian ornaments that she's no longer making. I have a whole trunk of supplies that I just love to dig in and find pretty things. This page has a side pocket, and in this pocket I've put just a journal card with that lace on the side. And then I made a little booklet out of, well, I showed you this before, this was a mistake, but I made a little booklet out of it, so it worked just fine. And I just stick that in there so that the roses show. And this page I used a die cut. Kind of looks like a door, so I put a wreath on it. And some tags inside here that have pockets. These are the large tags from our kit, and made a side pocket out of this paper that I used for my little insert here, and put that in there and this in here, and it can be written on the back. This tag, I made a pocket out of half of one of these designs, put a couple of pieces in it from our kit, and a little Bluebird tab on the top. Now this in the middle is folded from a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I cut to 9 by 9, and I think I've already gone over how I did this, so I'll skip that part. But I decorated the front of it, and then it opens up, and so this is the center of this little journal, and I've fastened it together, just the journal, the small journal, with 3 holes and tied, and then I put some little dangly beads on the inside, charms. And what I did was just tie this into the center of the book so that you can leave it in there or remove it to write. Remove it, stack it on top of here, and put this ribbon around the whole thing, however you would want to use this. This makes it a little bit chunky to have it inside and then to try to write inside. So you may want to, whoever receives this may want to remove it and have it as a separate journal. It is bound separately. When you open this up, it has a tag on each side in a pocket, and then a little pocket on each side here with some with something in it, and then this right here makes a pocket. All these are elements from our kit. I made a belly band here out of just a piece of the paper from the kit, and this is a die cut that I had. And my pretty little butterflies that flutter. This is a tag, and I just cut up some paper that I had and put it in here. I stapled it at the top of the paper and then glued it to this tag. Put a piece of pink ribbon across it just to hide the staples, and this element from our kit. So this can be written on like a little notebook. On this side, and I've showed you this before, is this piece that opens up. And I put a link on my first video of how this is made. I left this page blank. I fixed a little paper clip here with some lace and flower on it to help hold this closed. This opens up. It's one of the file folders from the kit, and it just opens up for writing space. When I glued it on there, I glued it on 3 sides and made a pocket for a couple of tag and a journal card. And the paper clip just clips back on here to hold that closed. And I used some more of that trim. On this side, I made an angled pocket with some music ripped and inked. And I put these 2 little, the tag and the little heart in under the paper clip. Inside the pocket are some tags and journal cards. This tag, I just used a rose at the top for a pull. These can be written on front and back. This here is a little ephemera holder made from the file folder. And I'll have to put a link as to how this was made. I think I had a link in the last video, but I'll do it again. And inside this file folder are all these little pieces of ephemera. And this is glued down and the ribbon is glued behind it so that it all stays put together, and then it's tied to close and hold the ephemera inside. I have another little bird and flower from our kit with the music notes. And this is the back side of the little journal that's inside the big one. And I use this for a pocket. This is some of the cheesecloth that came from one of the table runners that I told you I got in the wedding department at Amazon, and it's the best cheesecloth ever, and it's a long piece. So I got this kind of a taupe color, green and burgundy. Excuse me. I have a couple tags in this pocket. Now we'll just go thumb through the rest of the book. May you have warm words on a cold evening, a full moon on a dark night, and the road downhill all the way to your door. I had some butterfly stencils that I used. Never stop dreaming. Every job is a self-portrait of the person who does it. Autograph your work with excellence. I think that's what these journals are. They give us an opportunity to just totally express ourselves. We may all use the same digital files to create our journals, but every journal will be unique to the person who creates it. This would make a nice journal to take with you on a trip, to record the things that occur on the trip and the things that you've seen, or a gratitude journal, or anything you might want to use it for. Nurture your mind with great thoughts. Remember that you're the one who can fill the world with sunshine. These are all either stamps or stencils. There's nothing like a dream to create the future. The best time for new beginnings is now. Cherish today. Another little bird singing. Limitless. This is the last page, and I just used a piece that I had die cut along with the butterfly and a piece of ribbon and a rose and a piece from our kit. I made a side pocket from one of the pages from the kit and just trimmed it with lace. And inside the pocket, I have made a writing board because there are a few little bumpy things in here. I thought it would be good to have a writing board to put in behind the page for a nice firm surface. This is just made with a piece of I think it was a Ritz cracker box. I cut it, covered it with our paper. I use cardstock, so it's extra heavy. It's real heavy. And so I put on it writing board in case the person might not know what that was for, but I just tucked that in the back with some lace on the edge. And then on the very back of the journal, I just made a pocket out of one of our journal cards, and this is the top part of one of the journal cards. Put some music in the background and a couple of journal cards and tags in the back. So that's our journal. If you were going to keep it like this, it might need a closure to hold it together. That would just be a personal choice. Or this little journal inside could be removed. It's just tied in. It could be removed. In fact, I'll do that and show you. This could be removed, and it's a journal in itself. And just stack it on top of this one and then tie them together. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I will put a link to that one little file folder ephemera holder. I don't want to say who it was because I can't remember for certain, so I will put it as a link in the description. If you look down below the video where it says more, click on that and all that will come up. So I hope you've enjoyed this. This is my Bluebird of Happiness journal. It ended up being 2 pretty big journals, so it's taken me a while to get it finished. And I'm ready to start on something new and anxious to share that with you. I need to finish up my little Easter boxes and get those in the mail. Yesterday, a couple days ago, I shared with you a beautiful layered Easter card that I made, and I showed you how it was all put together and everything. And I sat it on my front table in the living room just to sit it up there so I could look at it until I gave it away. And I went in there last night or yesterday afternoon and found it in Biscuit's mouth. He was eating it, so it's been destroyed. And I was quite upset at first, and then you just kind of think, well, it was just a card, and he's a dog, and I wouldn't want to make him feel terrible. But he really suffered after I got really mad at him because he knew I was so mad and he had done something bad. So hopefully he won't do that again. So it's history, but the video is still there. So that's one good thing about making the videos, is there's a permanent record of the things that I've made. And we can all refer back to them as well as me. So remember, every day's a gift. We have our Easter week coming up, and with lots of church services and singing and a sad time and then a happy time. So we're all blessed by the Easter season and our spring season, which is upon us. So I'll get started on something new, and I'll be back before you know it. I'll see you soon.